This week we're doing 50-50, because that's like the cool thing, right? That's what all the cool kids are playing. Nobody does saddle anymore, right? Saddle for poor people. All right. So, 50-50, right? Everybody knows what this is or no? Does anybody not know what this is? So, first things first, right? We're gonna cross our feet to protect my heel, right? She wants to expose this heel as much as possible. She's gonna use her knees probably most likely. She's gonna point her knees away from me to expose my heel, get a good bite, and then attack me from there. So before any of this happens, we're gonna say like perfect world, right? This is just gonna be your fundamental way to deal with 50-50. As soon as you get in 50-50, you cross your outside leg over your inside leg. You do not figure for your legs, right? Whoever taught you this is not a smart person. Cross your ankles like this, right? That's step one. Okay, step two is I'm gonna back heel as hard as I can and bring my heels to her hip like this. And then I'm gonna go prayer position with my feet like this, right? So that's gonna further protect my heel, and it's gonna be harder for her to expose my heel. Now from here, I'm gonna heist my hips up. I'm gonna build height and come up on top, right? So chances are she's gonna be laying back on her side like this, trying to dig my heel the whole time. So from here, I'm gonna bring my arm inside my knee. This is where it gets fun. And I'm gonna throat post on my opponent, right? I'm not gonna squeeze, I'm gonna come over the top of my knee, right? I need to come over the top of my outside knee to start coming up. I'm keeping this post on her because I don't want her to invert underneath me. If she comes underneath me like this, she's going right to backside 50-50. Not that this is the end of the world. We'll get there later. So I'm up, I'm posting, I'm keeping this leg back. So now I'm gonna build my base, but I'm gonna put my base over in this direction a little bit. If I'm too far this way, she's gonna do the nasty sweep where she's gonna hip into my knee this way. Maybe even hurt me just during the sweep. So instead of that, I'm gonna be out this way a little bit more. So my heel is jammed in her hip a little bit now. Now it's really difficult. She's not, even if she opens her legs and does like a pendulum motion, she won't be able to sweep, right? Good base built up here. And now we have two ways to get out of this. The first one we're gonna do is gonna be the easiest, right? I'm gonna go from here to a thumb post on her knee, and I'm gonna start to heist up even more. I'm gonna push her shin, right? 2-on-1 on one shin. I'm gonna push this down just with the intent of clearing my knee line. As soon as my knee is out of this, I'm gonna point my toes like a ballerina and rip my foot out, and then back right up like that. That'd be the most basic way to get out. Hey, Ben. Right, step one, cross your ankles. Step two, back heel. Step three, prayer position. Step four, heist up, right? Look how I'm coming up. I'm bringing this foot behind me. I'm gonna windshield wipe this foot back as I come up to my knee. Keeping my base out wide and forward, right? I don't wanna go in this direction. This is the direction I don't wanna go in. That's where she's gonna counter me. Stay here. Now from here, I can thumb post on the knee and I can stand. And now I can go down to one leg, 2-on-1. Just clear your knee line. I mean, you could jam this all the way in if you want to, but all you need is your knee cleared. Once you're here, you can point your toes and rip your foot right out. And then you can go into standing, passing, or whatever it is you want to do. All right, so same position. It could be an alternate way. I actually like this one a little bit better. Because sometimes it can be hard. You can see, like, if they're resistant off or you don't have your timing on right, like, it could be hard to push that leg down, right? They could have big, thick legs. I don't know. He's got some big legs. It'd probably be hard to push down on. Was it difficult?
A little bit.
He's got big legs. See, I just proved it. So, all right. So this way works a little bit better. It takes a little bit more finesse, and you're going to have a little more like faith in the technique, right? But everything is going to start the same way. It's always going to start with I protect my heel, I back heel to hide my heel, and now my heels are really hidden, right? And I'm always emphasizing this, like this pressure into my foot. Because now it's going to be very difficult for her to separate my feet, right? Her whole attack is based on she has to separate my feet to get my heel, right? Without separation, it's not happening. So now it's going to be difficult. And then as I put weight into it, it's even more difficult for her, right? So I get to here, right? We get all the way here again. Everything's the same. So now, instead of going to the thumb post, I'm going to start before I get up, right? So I'm going to lean over, and I'm going to reach like in my pocket here. And I'm going to try to come underneath her legs and get this knee grip like this, right? So I'm going to be here. Turn so we can see. So like we're here like this. Look, I can bring my weight away from her so I can dive in here like this. If you're like looking back like this, it's going to be hard. I recommend look away, Right, look away from it, dig your arm inside. Go as deep as you can. Don't just kind of like go all the way in and then grab a hold of the knee here, right? This is a good grip now. Now I can stand all the way up like this, and I can use this to throw her legs over and free my knee, right? So you guys see how my knee is outside of her thighs. If my knee is on this side, it's dangerous. This side's nothing. She can do whatever fucking shit she wants to do. It doesn't matter. And now from here, there's multiple ways I can free this leg. The first one I would recommend doing is just to bail, right? I can put my hands on the ground, I put my foot right in their ass, and I rip my leg out, just like that. That's your first way. Second way, you can reach back. I can reach back for the hip like this. I can post, and then I can flip it up this corner, and then I have an easy back take from here. Or you're here like this. You can post on the legs, and I can bring my knee back into her pocket, and I can bolo and take her back from here instead. Right? If you want to do some black punch. So that's fine right here. Yeah. Always make sure you're doing your reps right. You're always starting there. Don't just be like, right? Always start here. Get in the habit of this. As soon as you're in 50-50, you're here. You're here. You're here. Keeping them down. Building up your base. Diving in deep, getting a hold of this knee grip. This is important. Coming up here. Now look, when I turn, I'm pulling this knee line out. Look, as I turn, look at my knees out. I'm good to go now. Boom. And then now from here, look, I can kick, extract my leg. I can reach in the hip, cut the corner. Or like I said, you can drop your knee in here, and you can go over and take it back. So, one more. Everybody follow me so far? Cross, prayer. Right here. Just like that. Good? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're getting that knee grip and you're deep enough in the bicep.